I worked really hard with both hockey and lacrosse, and was fortunate enough to get a commitment from Notre Dame right after my sophomore year of high school, and then played through my junior year with my prep school, St. Sebastian's, with hockey. And we had a really good team that year, a lot of good guys, and I caught the eye of some coaches and ended up changing my mind and deciding, go play college hockey close to home at BU. And I was recruited by Jack Parker, who was, a Boston icon at BU, coached the team for 40 plus years. Someone that everyone in the area wants to play for. It's a dream come true.
He had just played his freshman year there. I think played 30-something games for him. And then there was going to be a change of coaches. Maybe not thinking it might be the right fit for him, and I think he understood the value certainly of the education of West Point, as well as an opportunity to continue to play Division I hockey. Like most kids, when we had him in for a visit, blown away with what he saw, but more importantly, I think with the people that he met.
For me, what ultimately came down to coming to West Point, was the coaching staff. I mean, Coach Riley was awesome when I came in on my visit, and Z-Mac was awesome, and that was his first year.
Dalton, most importantly, he thinks the game really well. I mean, you look at him and he's got the skill set, he's got a great shot, his feet are pretty good, but what makes him a really effective player is how he thinks the game and his vision, and he kind of had an element to our D-core that's a little more dynamic. That experience playing against NHL draft picks and playing at that pace really helped him transition. Even though he took 2 years off from college hockey, the transition was pretty easy, and he stepped into a veteran D-core and fit right in.
It was the summer before he came here when Brian Riley just said, "Hey, listen, you know who Dalton MacAfee is?" And I said, "I do." And he said he was coming here to play hockey. And it was a real gift to have him in the program and have him here at West Point. And in a couple conversations with him, it was apparent that he wanted to play lacrosse again.
Last year, when Dalton couldn't play games, and Coach Alberici had asked me, would it be possible, or what do you think about allowing him to play? And I just felt, to be able to compete, in games, what was really important. And so the transition, or I think how Coach Alberici and I worked, it was really easy to try to split between both, to allow him to get on the ice, at the same time to allow him to, get a lacrosse stick in his hands.
Well, the thing that stands out to me most about Dalton and his ability is he's got tremendous athletic IQ as well as great vision. And watching him as a spectator on the ice, that's pretty apparent. And then coaching him in lacrosse, he just has a great feel for the game. Feel for both games, and he has a great ability to see the field. So, that type of athlete tends to make people around him better.
Coach A runs a good program over there, so those type of similarities where the compete level and the stick skills, those all translate to hockey, even though it's a different sport. Also, being able to compete at that high of a level, even though it's a different sport, makes the transition really easy for him.
One of the biggest things is vision. I see him when he has the puck for us on the blue line, even on the power play. Being able to find guys and watching lacrosse, midfielders, when they get the ball, you got to have good vision and get the ball to guys that are open. So there's a lot of similarities.
Being a cadet athlete that's like what it means to be a Division I student athlete. I feel like a lot of kids, and I know from experience, obviously coming from BU, I think people take for granted, what it means to be, a student athlete, and here you really earn everything you get. So it's a lot of work, a lot of long nights, early mornings. So it gets to you a little bit, but the support that you have in both, the hockey and lacrosse teams, the guys, the coaches, the staffs, everything. So for me, to be able to come to West Point, the premier leadership institution in the world, Tier 1 degree, and to be able to play hockey and now lacrosse has just been a dream come true.